Hey, what's up, guys? It's Lucas52479 for the first time in ages, really. Sorry I haven't made a video in a really long time. Thanks to all the new subscribers, but again, apologizing, I haven't made a video for like months now, and that is because of kind of a paint crisis got going on. I'll explain that in a second, but my last video I posted was of killer cans I got, as well as this guy, and this may look a little different for any of you who've seen it on the website or who has it. It's originally the I don't even know, Flash Git with targeting squig, but as you can see, his targeting squig is gone. I thought it looked pretty stupid, so I grinded it off on the top and just kind of made it look like his actual shoulder plate. Got rid of any trace of that squig's feet and such. Going with my knob that I made a long time ago. The base is kind of a metal looking base. So yeah, I paint that up, plastic card it, add rivets to it, and bolt gun metal and like some rust and lots of Devlin mud and bad eye black wash. And then kind of a gloss spray paint to it, just so it shines like metal and not so the other parts of the model shine, just the base. That's him. Personally think the base is way too tiny, but it's the base it came with, so I assume by the rules it's the base it's supposed to be on. I don't know what I'd really use this guy as because I got rid of his squig, so it'd probably just be knob with a boss pull or something. So yeah, that's that. I don't know if you can see the fur on the back in any detail, but I did a lot of dry brushing on that to highlight it on the end of his boots as well. I bored out the holes in the gun, something I haven't done in the past. It's really cool. This gun's got, hopefully you can see it, it's like engraved with I don't know, maybe that's his kill count, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a really detailed model. I really liked it. Really like painting it. I think more orcs should carry a shotgun. It's just way cool. There's his banner if you can see it. Just a bleach bone with Devlin mud wash, then highlighted or dry brush with bleach bone again. And yep. I tried to vary the red colors so that his bandana was a different color than his shoulder pads, which is a different color than his like the bands around the gun here. So yeah, did that with Mechrite red, blood red, and another scab red, I think. Scab red and Mechrite red are actually very, very similar, so they're very hard to vary the color tone. So ball red wash, I use that, and Griffin sepia to kind of make the reds look oranger or something, like his bandana does. And then of course I added lots of metal scraps to all the, I don't know, armor plating areas. I like how the one shoulder pad turned out without the squig. It looks really beat up and dented because I used a Dremel tool to get that squig off originally, so I tore it up pretty good. So that's him. And as far as the painting issue went, I got a new type of primer, which was the same primer that I used before, only they remade it or reproduced it or whatever, and it sucked beyond anything you could believe. It didn't dry for like 6 days, and by the time it finally was dry, it just kind of could rub off, and my paint doesn't go on top of it very well. So as far as the killer cans go, they're assembled in stages, here in little bit bins. I'll show you a couple little conversions I did. Here's one I tried to go over again in white, and it didn't work. and the white is almost like a gloss, even though it's supposed to be a flat white. So as far as stripping goes, I'm open to suggestions because I have to get this current primer off and get the new primer on it, and I don't know how to do that. So yeah, I would really appreciate help there. So this guy is pretty much the first conversion I did. You get pretty much one of every weapon, and you have like one extra of a close combat and one extra like miscellaneous kind of thing. So my two guns I was left with was the flamer, and the under barrel gas tank's missing, by the way, if you're wondering, and the rocket launcher thingy with 3 rockets. It's pretty cool. So yeah, you can see they stick together because I grinded off the end and put magnets into them, and I bored out this. Originally it's, I don't know if you can tell by the video, but it's kind of a spherical joint in the end, so I flattened that out, put a magnet inside there so that you can, and I put it on an angle so it didn't look too out of place. So there's that on, and the rocket launcher, you can kind of turn it, make it look like he's running or something. So that was cool. The smokestack is different. It's just plasticard. I don't even think there was a smokestack originally. I think it was just flat. The exhaust isn't on. As you can see, there's a hole in the back. So that is that. Yeah, sorry, I'm just going through my bits box right now. Okay, so there's this guy here who, if you had the battle wagon, you'll recognize that plate originally goes on one of the turrets. I just kind of grinded it off and it matched with the bottom teeth, so it has like a head now, which is cool. I think so. And his real conversion only would be his chainsaw sword, which I kind of made. Originally it was like a dual-sided chainsaw thing going on, and then I cut it apart and made it into this. Just a little bit of paint flashings on it for some reason. But yeah, if you can tell, hopefully you can't, because then it's a good conversion. You can tell from the back side, but right in the middle there was where I originally cut one of the chainsaws. One of them was like this, and the other one came out the bottom. You can see it was cut here. So that got glued onto the end, and it became like a long chain sword. And it looks pretty sick once it's on. The other little conversion is his leg. You probably can't tell. This is what it should look like. There's a bend in there. There's the one piston that attaches to here. This one I added a piston right there. That's plasticard, as well as this little piece and this little rivet. It's all plasticard. So his leg is extended, and the idea there is I'm gonna make the guy jumping with his like chainsaw flying in the air. I didn't bring the bases here with me, so I can't show you those yet, but they're gonna be the same idea as that Flash Git, metal looking bases. So yeah, one of them is pretty detailed, so I'll show you that later too, maybe a different video. And finally, my last guy is kind of my favorite guy. His top is off right now, and there's a little piece of plasticard in it, and that is because I'm gonna have a grot kind of hanging out. He used to have a finger, but I made it a fist, so he's kind of just screaming out the side of his tank. So he's gonna be something like that, and the lid does go on. I grinded out the actual hatch and put on a battle wagon hatch. If my fingers get out of the way. So I glued that on, grinded it out to make it seem like it would close properly. So there's that, which goes on, and he goes in, the little grunt. And here's one of his legs that I damaged. And the idea here is he's gonna be kind of wounded with his one leg, sitting up, getting repaired because it's broken, kind of grinded down, and this grot's gonna be like yelling out the side like, "What the deuce is going on, fellas?" So that's that. And yeah, oh, here's this other conversion I did with this chainsaw. Originally this chainsaw has two kind of claws coming out of it. It's like a grabbing claw with a chainsaw within it. I grinded those out and then grinded everything to look like teeth. So you can see it's a little rough there and there. That's where the two arms were coming out. Same on the back side. So yeah, that's gonna be like, he's gonna be kind of surgically repairing himself. I don't know. There's a whole base kind of idea behind that. And yeah, if you want to see his foot, I just grinded the hell out of his foot. Sorry. Oh wow, okay. So yeah, and his base illustrates it better. His base has a big kind of crater where like a landmine went off that he stepped on. That's the whole story behind it. And for no particular reason, just show you guys this because I personally think this is the best gun ever. I almost wanted to save this for a tank, put it on a grot tank, because I thought it would be just sick. So yeah, that's what he has. And this is your update, Chris 40K, who was asking. Thanks for getting on my back, telling me to do a video. I have been doing some things. Obviously not as much as I want to be doing. But yeah, if anyone could help me out with what to use for a paint stripper to get the paint, the shitty paint off my current killa can, so I can get those reprimed and actually paint it up, because did what I thought was a lot of neat little conversions on it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Once again, thanks to all the new people subscribe. Thanks for the comments that are coming on my older videos, like my truck and my battle wagon. I really appreciate that. And thanks for sticking around as subscribers too. I'm approaching, I think I have 30 subscribers, which I think is awesome. So thanks again, guys, and I'll see you next time.